When you activate, there are going to be people who will love you for the same reasons they used to hate you. There are going to be people that love you for the same reasons they hated on you, for the same reasons they hated you, for the same reasons they were jealous of you, for the same reasons they were in competition with you. All of a sudden, it's going to seem like magic, like the veil has been pulled back from over their eyes and they can finally see. Once they were blind, now they see why they love you so much, why they hated you so much. Now they love you so much. But let me tell you why. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. And I'm your host and creator of this colony and the many colonies we are building around our globe. I am your queen bee, Miss Burgess. If you're nasty, you already know. Y'all, let's get into this message, okay? For those of you who want to collaborate, partner with me, work with me, or sponsor Alcheminity, all that information's in the description box below. Just click the Linktree link. It'll guide you to everywhere that I am. But email me at timmeshaburgess@gmail.com. We can talk about it. Listen, y'all, okay? There are going to be people that are going to love you for the same reasons they hate you. Initially, when you first met, when you first crossed paths, when you first started working in the same environment, when you went to school together, when you went to school together, when you worked together, you passed by each other some way, in some way, shape, or form, honey, they could not stand you. They hated you. They may still currently hate you and or are hating on you, and they don't even know why. I remember hearing a young lady one time say about another young lady, and this has also been said about many of you, like it's been said about me, but I heard her say, they asked her, why don't you like her? And her response was, I don't know, I just don't. I don't know why I don't like her, I just don't like her. If you ever heard anybody say some shit like that, it's a telltale sign that they have a lot of healing to do. Am I right? It's a telltale sign that they are haters. It's a telltale sign that they struggle with jealousy and competition, with toxic ideologies about themselves and the world around them. It's a telltale sign that they are insecure. It's a telltale sign that they are not in their power or in their purpose. If you don't know why you don't like somebody, you just don't like them. It's a reflection of not who they are, but who you are, and also of who you are not. If you can't pinpoint a reason why you don't like somebody, bitch, you are the problem. Oh, did I say that? Yes, I did. Yes, I fucking did. I said it. Right? There are things that need to be said. I'm calling it out here. Are you here with me, Alcheminity Colony? Are you here with me? Okay, listen. They are going to love you for the same reasons they hate you or hated you or used to hate you. When I was in ground school to become a flight attendant, you know, when you're on this journey of activation, your intuition is heightened, right? Because when you activate, you're activating your clairsentient abilities, your clairaudient abilities, your empathic abilities, your psychic abilities. All of your spiritual abilities is what's being activated, right? And at the same time, this also activates your magnetism, your beauty, and all of your talent and your skills as well. But when you're activating your spiritual abilities, you become clairsentient, clairvoyant, clairaudient, all that stuff. So you have probably heard conversations that have happened about you, but you didn't have to be in the room. Are you clairaudient? Are you one of those? Yeah. You didn't have to be in the room to hear the conversations that were had about you, whether they were positive or painted you in a negative light. You can walk past somebody and you can hear their voice in your head saying whatever they just said about you 5 or 10 minutes before they pass by you in the hallway. Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all hearing me? That's your clairaudient abilities. And these aren't things that you can share with other people, because people will say you're making it up, or, oh, that's not true, or because they don't know, because those gifts are not activated in them. You would have to have these types of conversations with people who are activated as well. But you have heard conversations that were had about you. You may not hear the full conversation, but you hear the meat of the conversation that spirit wants you to know and spirit wants you to hear. When I was in ground school to become a flight attendant, okay, first of all, I'm not going to even go into all the details, but there was a lot of different energies. I've always been around a lot of different energies. We're always around a lot of different energies, but I could sense and feel into conversations that were had about me, not because they had any evidence about these things, but people talk about what they couldn't get close to, right? People talk about what they can't get close to, what they don't understand. And this one guy, how I know I already knew, but how this really sealed the deal for me was this one guy walked up to me, he was this gay guy, and he says, I forget how he opened up the conversation. I was waiting for my Uber to come, and I was about to go out somewhere, and he says, "Oh, hey," he said, "Hey, something," but he was like, something about nice nasty. I said, "Who's nice nasty?" I can't stand the whole idea of nice nasty. You ain't nice nasty. You're just fake. You're just a hater. It's either one or the other. There's no such thing as nice nasty. There is no such thing as nice nasty. When you hear a heifer talking about she nice nasty, get away from that bitch. Yeah, I said it just like that. Get away from her. Get away from her, because there's nothing nice about her. No, she's just nasty, right? Her energy is just messy. It's just dirty. These are people that need to do the inner work on themselves mentally and spiritually and emotionally, but they need to start with the mind, because there's a lot of brokenness, there's a lot of disorder, but more so there's a lot of illness. There's some stuff that meditation cannot help you on. There's some stuff that meditation cannot help people on. There is medication instead of meditation. I should start I think I'm gonna start a movement like that, right? Because typically you hear folks saying meditation, not medication. No, medication for some of you heifers. I'm tired of biting my tongue about it. Medication for some of you. The spiritual walk is not for you. You need the physical, tangible shit that's made in the labs. You need some straight jackets. You need to be isolated in a room in a straight jacket, highly fucking medicated for some of the things y'all do to people and say about people behind their backs. Hello. So anyway, he said something about that, and I said, no. I said, never that. I'm nice to people that deserve it from me. If you don't get it from me, it's because you don't deserve it. He just looked at me. He was like, I said, yeah. I said, I can tell the difference between when I'm being laughed with and when I'm being laughed at. And as I was saying that, he was finishing my sentence with me. I know the difference between when I'm being laughed with and laughed at. And he was like, yeah. And then that's when my Uber came up. And I left. Now, this is a guy who didn't speak to me. He didn't say hello to me. He's kind of look at me up and down, this gay guy, right? I want to talk about my gay fellas for a moment, by the way. Be very careful with women who are in their toxic energy, but also be very careful with men who are in their feminine energy, who are also toxic as well. I have gay guy friends who are still very much in their masculine energy, who I love and who love me. They are not intimidated by me at all because they don't want to be women. They're not interested in being women. They're very comfortable and confident being men who happen to date other men. And so when you have a gay man who is a man who happens to date other men, we love and respect those. We love and respect those men because they know who they are and they're confident in themselves. I do have a problem. I don't have a problem with, I don't say I have a problem, but it seems that feminine energies or toxic feminine energies, whether that shows up in a woman or a man, has problems with true feminine energy, like myself, right? Because first of all, I love me a good drag show, honey. Okay, I love me a good drag show, but there are a lot of those men who are very confident in being men outside of drag, right? Like RuPaul, very comfortable and looks very handsome being a man outside of drag. He's not trying to down and push and compete against other women. Just, this is why there's this whole rhetoric around men trying to compete in women's sports. Those are men who are in their toxic feminine energies, who are suffering from some sort of mental illness. Yes, I don't give a damn what you say. Right? Because you have gay men who date other men who would never try to compete in a woman's sport. They find it disrespectful and disgusting. Those are the men that we love and respect. Those are the men that I honor. Because gay men who are men that date other men, they still open the door for me. They still open the door for you. They still open the door for us, don't they, ladies? I have a wonderful male guy friend. I haven't seen him in a bit. He moved on to another airline. Congratulations to him. He's so handsome. And I won't say his name, but he's so handsome. My mom was just like, man, he's so handsome. I told him before, honey, if you played on my team, you would be mine. He's laughed. There's two gay guys that I'm really cool with. Anyway, he opens doors for me. He opened doors for me. He helped pull out my chair. He put your jacket on for you. Those type of men, they just happen to date other men, but they are not in competition with you. They are not in an unhealthy feminine energy. So when you're in your power and when you activate, be careful of even feminine energy that shows up in gay men who have not done the work on and in themselves, because they're in competition with your feminine energy, because their feminine energy is toxic. Okay? They're not trying to be like women. They're very confident in being men. All right? So anyway, let me get back to the point, because y'all know I will go off on a fucking tangent. Listen. This guy, let me go back to the story. So this guy was a guy in ground school. He did not talk to me. When we walked past each other in the hallways, he would kind of look at me up and down. This is a guy who's very much in his feminine energy, very much in his feminine energy. But after that dialogue between us that day when I was waiting for my Uber, after that dialogue, the very next day going forward, this guy walks up to me and hugs me and kisses me on the cheek. Hey, Timmesha. From a guy who didn't speak to me, didn't say hello, looked at me up and down, to being a guy that kissed me on the cheek. Got to be careful. The Judas kisses. I don't know. That just came to me. Got to be careful with those too. I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, he went from not speaking to honoring when I entered the room, because now he realized I was not the one. Now he realized that I wasn't one of those ones to be fucked with. He realized that I could see him, that I could see anybody who I thought was double in their energy. You see what I mean? He could see that I could see. He respected the fact that I can see. When I said, I know the difference between someone who's laughing with me and someone who's laughing at me, he respected that going forward. I see him today in the airport. He moved forward with being a flight attendant, but he's moved on to another career path, but he still works in the airport. But when I see him today, he's also a follower on my TikTok page. He went from somebody who had me all wrong, right, to respecting who and what I am and how I carry myself, because now that he knows, oh, she's one of those ones, right? When you activate, there are going to be people that are going to love you for the same reasons they used to hate you, and this is why. I've had people who wanted to become my friends, who become associates of mine, who again didn't have a word to say to me until they had the opportunity to have a conversation with me, to be in the same room with me, to share space and time with me. When you activate, we shift people's mindsets. When we activate, we shift people's perspectives, not just about us, but about the world around us. When you activate and you come into this energy, when you activate, you are going to be changing people's hate for you into love for you, and to respect for you. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is the power that we have, that you have, when you activate and do this inner dark shadow work. When you go into the dark night of the soul journey and do this work to heal and activate and integrate your root chakra energy and raise that energy up, you are standing upright in your power and in your purpose. In your day-to-day, you are in your purpose. When you're walking through the store, you are in your purpose. When you're at the gym, you are in your purpose, because people merely crossing paths with you and having a conversation with you is shifting them. It's shifting their perspective. It's helping them to wake up to themselves. We are mirrors to people when we activate. They get to see themselves in their true light, and they can decide whether or not they're going to rise up or they're going to remain in the same energy. Because once you are a mirror to other people, they have no choice but to face themselves and the work they need to do on and in themselves. We had to do it, right? When you activate, you are going to be changing people's hate for you into love for you, not because you're trying to, but because this is part of your purpose and your power. This is why we're here. This is what we do. Not even on purpose. And it is not an easy journey. This path is not for the faint of heart, because you got to be able to take hate. You got to be able to take being disliked. You got to be able to take being mocked. You got to be able to take being talked about. You got to be able to take being heartbroken. You got to be able to take, you hear what I'm saying? You got to be able to take this type of heat, because it comes in droves. This is what comes with the territory of being an activated chosen one. As an alchemist, this is what your purpose and your power is. Without even trying, you are shifting the minds and the hearts of people. And this is what's helping them to activate in their power and their purpose as well. If they're willing to do the work, you're merely a mirror. They have an opportunity to see. Once they have an opportunity to see, they can't pretend they haven't seen it. You can't unsee it once you've seen it, right? Now they have an opportunity to see and do the work on it in themselves. Because once they see, they now realize, oh, damn, I really do need to work on myself. Oh, damn, I really am a hater, right? Oh, damn, I had her figured out all wrong. Oh, damn, I really need, you know what I'm saying? Once they come into connection with you, once they come into your orbit, they get to see. And from there, they must decide what path and what route they're going to take. When you activate, people are going to love you for the same reasons they used to hate you. Y'all, I just heard something so fucking funny. Okay. Because I saw a vision. I saw a vision of like people who don't like you. Like you're in this room and people who don't like you, they go inside of this room and then where you're at, and then they come out and then y'all are both laughing and they're cheering and toasting you, and they're trying to hug you and just hugging you, don't want to let you go, and just laughing and hugging you and squeezing you, got their arms around you. I just heard people are going to think that you put spells on people. People are going to think that you have put spells on people, and it's going to be the people that are still the haters. It's going to be the people that are still choosing not to like you. Not that they have a reason not to like you. It's going to be people choosing not to like you because they don't like themselves, because they don't know themselves, because they refuse to do the work in and on themselves, because they're jealous of your glow up. They're jealous of your activations. They're jealous of your powers. They're jealous of your spiritual abilities, whatever it is. They're standing back over in the corners. I'm seeing that. Y'all ever seen this movie Belly? Just saw a vision. Okay, y'all, I'm about to end this. There's this movie called Belly. It came out in like the 90s with like DMX and just a whole bunch of like rappers and folks at the time, actors at the time. Anyway, there was this other dude was rolling through this neighborhood. He was like the new hot guy on the block. And then this dude was standing on the sidewalk with a banana, eating a banana. And he was like, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit right there. Like that's how people who are still choosing not to like you are going to be in the corner looking at other people who are flocking to you now. They're looking at the people who used to hate you that now love you, thinking that you have put spells on them because they have seen these people go and be alone with you and come out completely changed because of you. This is why they're going to be calling you a witch. This is why they're going to be thinking you worship the devil or some part of some cult Illuminati thing. And we consider these things compliments because we know what they mean now. We know what they mean now because you who've ordered your book, you've ordered Activate, you know what this means. So we consider this a compliment. But y'all, yeah, they're going to think you put spells on folks because they went from hating you to loving you. Anyway, if this resonates with y'all, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Please donate into the colony. This helps me bring more messages to you, y'all. I'm doing my best to keep up with stuff that's going on in my personal life as well and still being able to show up here in Alcheminity. It ain't easy, okay? But I am doing my best. But your donations help me to continue to bring these messages to you like Spirit wants me to bring them to you. Anyway, I love y'all. Don't forget to get your copy of Activate, Unorthodox Philosophies that explore anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts as symptoms of suppressed superpower. You can get it in paperback or ebook on Amazon. Also, don't forget to join me over on Patreon. Make sure you become a member over there. The Sacred Sex Goddess series is in full effect. Okay. We talked about Katesh. Now we're on Goddess Aphrodite. So for those of you who feel that Aphrodite is one of your lead ancient goddesses, if Aphrodite resonates with you, if you resonate with doves, if you resonate with the ocean, the seashells, if Aphrodite has been on your path, you felt called into the Aphrodite patronage. Okay, you feel that Aphrodite has called on you as her vessel, as her chosen one. You're gonna want to become a member over on Patreon. Okay. Now remember, general memberships, you get access to some of the content. I am giving general memberships access to part one, the full part one of the series, which we talk about all the goddesses. All the other parts of the series, we're going deeper into depth. That'll be for the Come masterclass members only. But if you feel guided to just learn more about the goddesses awakening in you, become a general support member and you can get access to that now. I'll speak to y'all in the next episode. Ciao for now. Mwah.